Welcome back, my patient friends. Wrapping up today's tripleheader with a little action from Division C West. This is NGS Week 1. PsychoSwarm versus Rush B. They're going to kick things off on Cursed Hollow here. Map bans were as follows. Rush B getting rid of Dragonshire, which is like the third time Dragonshire has been banned out on me. I don't know why. Tomb of the Spider Queen banned out by PsychoSwarm, so we'll be headed to Cursed Hollow first. Following that, we're going to head on over to Baraxis. I want to make this map go away, but hopefully we get a little bit of shenanigans on the StarCraft map. Taking a look at our rosters here. Rush B earlier in the day had picked themselves up a win against Massive Whiff. We'll see if these guys can complete the double on their first Saturday here in NGS. PsychoSwarm, they themselves picked up a draw earlier in the week against Clouded Minds. That's actually a really good result. Clouded Minds has been here in NGS before, and it's always interesting to see how the new teams come in and interact with the teams that have been here, whether they've come over from Chair League or whether they just caught whiff of us on a Reddit post. We always have a couple of free agent teams coming through. It's good to see that our new teams are picking up points early in the season while they still try to navigate the waters of NGS. Let's make sure that we're all good. We've got a lot of chat shenanigans going on. I'd hate to interrupt these guys and throw them into draft. However, rules of the game mean that we do have to head on into the lobby.
Cursed Hollow.
Cursed Hollow. A popular map full of the double boss shenanigans. Kind of map that you can usually run a little bit of cheese. I know Division D has run quite a bit of Juice Pirates lately. I'm not sure if that's crept on up to C. PsychoSwarm will have our first ban. Try to see what I've seen today. In 3 games, got a Maiev, got a Phoenix. Haven't yet gotten the Medivh. Those seems to be the 3 ban priorities. Earlier enough, we were treated to a delightful Samuro. Shout out to Stark on gillyShark. A heck of a game he played on the Blade Master. Garrosh being hovered here. 15 seconds left on our ban. Solid ban. Doesn't tell you too much. It's Garrosh. No one enjoys playing against him. Thank you, J-Mac. Shout out, brother. And the Diablo ban. So the two perhaps highest priority tanks being thrown out. Just a quick shout out. I know I haven't called out quite everybody by name, but as I do turn my alerts off. Closing in on affiliate. I'm very thankful to all the guys who are followers here. This was, definitely something that wasn't a goal going into this. I just enjoy casting, but all the followers, all the fans, appreciate the support. Keeps me going. Who knows? Maybe we can turn this into something cool. Proven Struck, thank you for the audio. Let me know if I keep being quiet. I'll try to pick it up a little bit. It's been a long day. Malfurion is our first pickup for PsychoSwarm. So they move into their preference on supports. At the same time, it may sort of force the early Stukov pick. There's the Dahaka and the Varian. Wow, moving into Varian right away. An aggressive choice here from Rush B. Given that we already have the Dahaka, I think we can guarantee that that's going to be a taunt variant, unless there's some sort of shenanigans. But the taunt variant along with the Dahaka, because of the way that taunt works, it's not a stun, it is a silence. That is something that cannot be stopped or denied by Nature's Cure from Malfurion at 7. So double frontline already picked up here. The opportunity is there to choke out backline heroes if there's a set that PsychoSwarm wants to target. Phoenix and Hanzo still available. As we see, Malthael and Johanna picked up. So everybody bulking up on the front lines. Leaving all the fun heroes to the back half of the draft. Johanna and Malthael picked up. Malthael to deal with the Dahaka in lane. If this is a move into On a Pale Horse, the Malthael will hopefully be able to keep up with those global rotations, trying to prevent some of the downtime. Johanna always moving up in priority. She's just strong against these sort of solo kill isolation comps. I mean, it's Johanna. Not only do you have Iron Skin, you can also talent into it at level 1 to reduce the cooldown quite a bit, unless you want to go for Laws of Hope, which seems to sort of be the standard pick there. I'm a big fan of the Iron Skin cooldowns if you feel like you're going to be under that kind of pressure, and you do have a Malfurion backing you up. Expect, obviously, some sort of DPS ban. The Maiev being taken away. Phoenix is still up. Good Stukov ban. Getting rid of the top tier support. Need a little bit of single target to follow up here with Varian. I would like to see a mage of some sort. Obviously, given Johanna is there, they are all available. I've been hoping to see a little bit more Jaina play. Could also be Li Ming, given that it is Cursed Hollow, even though she has moved down the meta, she's still extremely strong in this map. You can make the argument for really any mage in this spot. We'll have to see what Rush B goes into. 30 seconds left. Cars and Guitars threatening us with Nova Butcher. I hope it's not a threat. I hope it's a promise. 10 seconds left here for Rush B. Li Ming, as sort of anticipated. Again, it's a great character to pick on this map. She's not going to be under pressure from either the Johanna or the Malthael, unless Malthael dives the back line. But the Alexstrasza pickup as well. Alexstrasza is often seen as the next tier of supports on this map because of the strength of Dragon Queen and the way that you can play that cooldown off of the tributes. If you're never forced into popping Dragon during the laning phase, the way that the objective timers, the objective and that cooldown works is that you almost always have an opportunity to use that sort of double heroic wherever you feel it is necessary. There's the Hanzo. And Junkrat. Strong poke on the side of PsychoSwarm, but good displacement too. Be difficult for Varian to find his way back out should a Junkrat concussion mine prove successful. Professor Bobo, always a fan of mayhem. Why not? With the last pick here, we're going to need some wave clear. I think this could be a Greymane as well. It's Tracer. Tracer Alex. An interesting interaction, but the Tracer will have her pick of the targets, particularly pre-10. So Rush B moves into a Tracer with that last pick. Short on wave clear, but an incredible amount of burst potential between Tracer and Li Ming. We'll also have to keep an eye out and see if Dominance is picked up at level 4. If you're not aware of some of the midweek changes, Li Ming, I guess you could call it a nerf in some ways. Dominance now restores 30% of missing HP. So while it will not provide that sort of the strong benefit at the end of a sort of, that reset popping off kill chain, it'll provide more at the beginning of that chain if, again, if Dominator chooses to move into it. Game 1 about to be underway. NGS Division Week 1. This is Division C, ending our triple header with PsychoSwarm versus Rush B here on the left. In what is a darn difficult name to pronounce. Uashova? We'll go for it for now. On that Malfurion, Cars and Guitars will be playing the Johanna Magic Walrus on the Malthael. Cheese Sticks will be aiming on that Hanzo, and Cujo on the Junkrat. On the flip side, for Rush B, IDK Shrubs will be playing the Tracer. T-Lane on the Varian. Fatlock 333 on the Dahaka. Dominator will be playing the Li Ming. And the Great Poodoo will be playing the Dragon Queen herself, Alex Straza. That's a High King's Quest on Varian. It's the second time I've seen that. And the first time, it ended with a C-Smash. Pretty standard talent picks. Looks like Alex is going to move into the W build. We have the Astral Presence there for Li Ming. That's picked up a little bit of a buff. It's got a little bit of bonus when she runs out of mana. Both teams posturing over the wave clear here. Dahaka and Maltheo beginning the endless fight there. Dahaka actually burrowing top. Fatlock looking to pick up that added wave out of that top lane as IDK Shrubs moves down here. Keep an eye on the XP. It's even right now, but we'll see if this early sort of shift proves to be advantageous for Rush B as they move into a 1-2-2. Dahaka top. We see Alex and Varian mid, opposed by Malfurion, Hanzo, and this Johanna with 2 bot. And the Tracer beginning to float around a little bit. That's W build Hanzo as we move into simple geometry. On a Pale Horse for Maltheo chosen as well. Everything else pretty standard. Laws of Hope for Joe. Tracer rounds also picked up. A little bit of added info. Keep an eye on Alex with this quest. Just highlight it real quick just to show you where the spikes are. At 15 and 25 regen globes. 15 not too bad. We'll have to see if she jumps in to help out with a little bit of camp clear just so that she can pick them up. There's 1 globe denied. Not too much happening in these side lanes. T-Lane going to be under pressure as he gets hit by the Condemn, followed by the slow cheese sticks, providing the pressure. But Alex plus Varian is a good amount of healing. You can use Alex's different abilities to provide the added healing in the interregnum between Varian's protected procs. That's where we'd like to see it. IDK Shrubs posting up here. Team's trading damage out. This is a top Trib. Bottom Giants. Dominator poking it out. Li Ming against Maltheo. Dahaka versus Junkrat top. Nice easy stalemate for both of these teams. Slight EXP lead, probably owing to that camp and again, that early shift. There's a taunt coming out already. Varian haunting. Do we have a bomb for Malfurion? We do not. So that is taunt on Varian, showing the level 4s as we keep it steady with the Alex W build. Junkrat will stack. Hanzo sticking with that W build. 1 and 4. I would expect the same at level 7. With Junkrat being able to provide the wave clear, to me this signals the intent to try to use Hanzo, especially for the double boss plays. First Trib up here. Maltheo will beat Li Ming. Fatlock just driving hard to the paint here with that Dahaka. He and T-Lane up there. IDK Shrubs is on the Hanzo, holds the bomb, and Dominator has the flank now. There's a concussion mine right on the point there as IDK Shrubs continuing to poke it out. He'll have to drop back to pick up some healing. Fatlock, though, does have the Junkrat sort of zoned out. Johanna low, survives, and now there's a taunt onto the Maltheo. He will be down to half health right now. Keep an eye on that concussion mine. It might be able to secure a kill. The bomb goes out, hits none. The 2 frontliners for Rush B have to retreat. Alex tapping as well. Is there a delay with Dominator? He misses with the orb just barely. Malfurion looks like he should be safe to pick this up. Dominator keeps the flank move up. Taps used on 3 heroes. Fatlock coming in, misses the tongue of the Malfurion, but meanwhile the Varian has the taunt. Dragon Queen is popped as a Great Poodle will move in. And he starts to spin his cooldowns. Li Ming picked off. Cheese sticks working through that corridor, tracks the mage down. Meanwhile, Kucho has been able to keep that concussion mine on the point the entire time. Johanna coming in with the Condemn. There's a missed drag. The blind comes out to get the delay on, and Maltheo working on the Varian. He'll be able to get that W heal. Good pressure coming out from Cars and Guitars. IDK Shrubs on the back line with that Tracer, looking to get a little bit more damage in as Cheese Sticks provides the peel. This is a long, long curse phase. Neither team with a ton of push going on in the other lanes. Dominator coming back in as he gets a good chunk out on to the Hanzo at the front. Meanwhile, Maltheo trying to live. He trades for the Alex, using the Qs to stay alive. Varian goes down, and Dahaka not long for the world as no one can stop death at level 7. First trib is picked up for PsychoSwarm. They'll move into the W build as anticipated on the Hanzo. Malthael getting an incredible amount of value. Surviving through the taunts. The Alex, with the limited CC that she has, is not really able to provide Peel. Dragon Queen on cooldown. Cleansing Flame not obviously accessible until level 10. And PsychoSwarm wins that long, protracted battle. And interesting, we'll see if this is going to wind up setting everything up. You would hope that the Varian would be able to get earlier value, given his access to taunt at level 4, but does not help. Dahaka picking up the soak. That trib, those fights, and what ultimately became 4 kills, good enough for about a half level lead. Throwing up these level 7 towns as PsychoSwarm starts to pick up steam here. I'm not sure either team will have Cannon. No. Mid camp picked up. We'll see if PsychoSwarm wants this one. It's in a good defensive position. We see Hanzo dropping back to grab a camp. Dahaka in the bot lane. The telling sign for me is when does Malthael leave this lane? Magic Walrus right now working on the wave clear as Fatlock looking poised to proc the burrow. Cars and Guitars right now trying to peel as Malfurion gets taunted. Varian coming in here. Great Poodoo trying to back him up with the Alex Straze. Flame Buffets. Lack of kill pressure there. Cujo, I get just throwing that concussion mine onto that trip. He held that sucker for what had to be a minute. Great patience from Cujo. We want the flashy play, but sometimes the steady play gets the job done. T-Lane is under a bit of pressure as he jumps onto the back line. He's got Hanzo locked in. At the same time, Fatlock gets the tongue onto Malfurion. The damage is split. The dragon is popped, and Great Poodle will be looking to get his front line healed. Malfurion well out of position as IDK Shrubs hunts him down. Malthael going down as well. A fantastic job splitting them. T-Lane with the taunt, and Fatlock with that tongue onto the Malfurion. Great job by Dahaka there. Tribs equal, one apiece. Level 10 about to be picked up from PsychoSwarm, so they eat the 2 kills. They still have level 10 early. Keep in mind, they do have that Hanzo W build. T-Lane thinking about that taunt. Does not get it there. The front wall going down up top. Keep an eye on this. That is an incredibly low fort. I would expect Junkrat to be able to pick that up. Hanzo down here trying to help clean up with Malthael. When does the boss play come in? I think right now, Rush B, they don't have much boss clear at all as they pick up level 10s. Just taking a quick look at our Heroic Splashed Shield, Twilight Dream, Riptire, Last Rites, Dragon Arrow. Everything's staying pretty standard. On the flip side for Rush B, as we discussed earlier, taunt, but we do see isolation on Dahaka, Cleansing Flame. We're going to get the laser beam for Li Ming, and of course Tracer with her bombs. Now the defensive position will go in the favor of PsychoSwarm here. Murda, I'm sorry, brother. It's hard to listen to chat. Just running this one-man show. All heroics on the board here. Let's pick that up a little bit. Chat, talk to me a little bit. Let me know if this is the volume's picking up. I'm trying to be a little louder myself here. Fatlock coming in for the back line. He pops up, immediately grabs Malthael, and he is gone. The Riptire comes out. It's going to hit 3 different people. IDK Shrubs is chunked, but the Cleansing Flame looks like it will be able to keep everyone alive. Right now, the isolation is on Hanzo, and Varian, does he have the taunt cooldown accessible? Not yet. T-Dream hits none. And an orb finds the Archer. Rush B picking up the second trib. Dominator threading the needle onto that Hanzo. Again, the shout out from Fatlock jumping in on the Dahaka, getting a great tongue. Malthael was deleted, and at that point, that tribute was well in the pocket of Rush B. Right now, they're dropping back. They're going to look to pick up Bruisers. We see Varian and Tracer here. Fatlock working on up to top lane as well. Both teams have been pretty content to sit and soak. We've seen some walls take damage. Top fort did eventually go down. There's the pickup on the Bruiser camp. We've got Li Ming and Junkrat bottom. It'll take both of them a little bit of time to get up there. We can see they're both mounted up, so we anticipate they'll both make it in time. Good positioning here for PsychoSwarm. bomb coming out. And my apologies, but Officer Johanna, you're in a big bit of trouble. Isolation went out. That is a key cooldown that was used. Hanzo in big trouble here. The Leeming Laser is going to secure that kill. T-Lane, I'm not sure he even used taunt there. He procs it for the Malthael. Death apparently can be stopped. Malthael goes down. 2 kills picked up. Malfurion is done in by IDK Shrubs with that Tracer. He's been making a living in these sort of southern corridors. Rush B winds up picking up Curse. They have middle under pressure from their previously picked up Bruiser camp. Looking to push mid lane right now. Not sure where mid has been the priority here. Taunt coming out into the Junkrat. Instantly deleted. Easy pickup for Rush B. You know, Varian may not have a great win percentage right now, but T-Lane has been able to find targets. Junkrat, Hanzo, Malthael. The last 3 taunts have confirmed kills. Bottom fort goes down. Rush B, listen, it might not be the dominant strategy, but they want to run it down mid. And I'm not going to argue with them. They're up 8-4 in terms of kills. They're about to turn this into a 16-13 level advantage. Do they want mid keep? They've got 15 seconds left on Curse. T-Lane posing up for it here. He should have taunt on cooldown. Keep an eye on that Hanzo. There's the taunt. There's the laser. Dominator didn't even need the orb. Dog, hold your cooldowns for that second kill. Because that first one is always in the bag the way you guys are playing it. Rush B, looking like they're going to go top to pick up boss. Maybe run the double boss play. Mid fort gone. Mid keep wall gone. Mid fort as well. And now the camp plays are going to come into effect. T-Lane will eat the stun from the boss here. Ediki Shrubs has done a great job finding targets once again. He's picking it up on this Tracer here as we move deeper into this game. Talent showing up here. A little bit of a Moonfire build for Malfurion. We'll keep an eye out here. It looks like that camp will be picked up, but PsychoSwarm, especially with the 16-14 advantage, unfortunately, that boss is going to belong to Rush B. Junkrat mine just to get the vision on. Johanna is still top. Should be an easy pickup here. Kujo needs to keep an eye out. The last time he was anywhere near Varian, he was picked off immediately by the combination of T-Lane and Dominator. Second boss picked up. 16's online. Mirror Ball picked up. Which, there we go. Banner of Dalaran. We've got a little bit of movement on the Dahaka Burrow. Alex with that W build, she is 1 global away. There it is completed. That is going to be huge for the end of this game. That's going to help a lot of Siege, a lot of these late game tributes as well. The Siege begins. Great Poodoo getting knocked back. Stays on his side of the wall. Boss moving in this wall is already gone. Fatlock will burrow back out. The Riptire comes out. Just trying to zone off. Protected for T-Lane. He protect? Does he taunt? Finds himself a Hanzo. Hanzo is gone. Cleansing Flame is dropped as well. Alex Ross is going to be able to zone everybody out, keeping that keep Siege alive. Keep an eye on this Tracer, though. Should be coming off screen here. I'm sure IDK Shrubs has a bomb going. There's the taunt on the Malfurion. He does not get the boss taunt, but Varian gives that kill up. About 100 points left on Malfurion. And yet another tribute will go over the way of Rush B. That is bottom. Keep gone. Thank you, Murda. My fault. Just had to turn that up a little bit on OBS. You know me. I like my voice low. I'm not a yeller. Rush B has turned this into a 10-4 kill advantage. They are 2 levels up. I'd like to see them continue to paint the map red. They have a victory condition for bot lane. Well on their way to 22 lanes ahead. For PsychoSwarm, in order to come back into this game, they're going to have to win a few team fights. And the key for them is if they are able to get a nice little bit of a team wipe, they're going to have to go for that top boss if they want to have access to an early win condition. None of their other lanes have been pressured right now. Magic Waller sees this, but does not engage onto the Dahaka. Rush B is right there to back this up. If somebody steps out, they're in big trouble. Malthael went in for the damage, winds up getting taunted. He is deleted, and Lee Ring resets will start. Kujo should be the next to fall. He's got the bomb. Gets him to safety. IDK Shrubs unable to confirm that kill. Good play coming out there from Kujo. That's going to be yet another tribute going over to Rush B. This looks like it's going to be a combination of level 20 advantage as well as the 20 curse. Rush B making all the right steps. Pop Dragon Queen, but not going to be needed until that cooldown's up. 145 here. Take a peek on bottom. 223 on bottom boss. Team lane keeping this mid pressured. That's about all Rush B can do right now. They've got a level to just work the waves. Keep PsychoSwarm pushed in. Posturing here over top. Not sure what the plan is. They've got bruisers up. And on the flip side, PsychoSwarm, their bruisers up in 30 seconds. Top lane being pressured out. They only have one trib. They're going to have to make a decision here. This next tribute is going to be popping at the same time as boss. Minute left. Here's the trib. Here's bottom boss. We'll see how PsychoSwarm approaches this. This is going to be 20 into 17. A little bit of zoning roots there. We'll keep T-Lane back off of the Johanna. Rush B wants the curse. This is 19 and a half. This may be the last opportunity for PsychoSwarm to take this game here. Burying in deep. Takes the roots. Uses the protect. The Malfurion getting chunked out by Dominator, but he himself is under massive pressure from Cujo. Meanwhile, at the front, Magic Walrus, it goes down. IDK Shrubs getting the kills. The T-Dream comes out. Riptire as well. And this is PsychoSwarm trying to find a way back out of the Cars and Guitars gets taunted. Johanna does not have Iron Skin to save him. And at the same time, Fatlock sharking for kills. It is a 3-for-0. Cujo made a fantastic play on Dominator. Dominator has been looking for those flanks all game. Cujo found him, but was 1 AA short. And that is all it's going to take is Rush B working their way towards the core. They will be able to pick up a first game victory here on Cursed Hollow. Remember, this is their map choice. Next map will be headed on over to Brax's Holdout. And we'll see if PsychoSwarm can turn this one around. Well played. Strong play from Rush B. They really worked the taunt combo, especially with Li Ming. Just taking a quick peek at her talents. It threw me off a little bit here. Went High King's Quest. Went Disintegrate. Not what you expect right now, but it worked. And it was very, very effective. So my co-caster has just jumped in here. We're going to go ahead and get our lobby set up. I want to welcome Mr. TK Starstorm. Introduce yourself here, sir. Thank you for jumping in.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm sorry. I'm so late, sir.
No, hey, it's no problem, man. Listen, I'm happy just to be getting people in here. Listen, we know it's a Saturday night. Can be tough to get co-casters in here. But were you able to take a peek at the first game at all? I think you might have been in-game.
I was in-game for the first half, but I was able to catch the second half of the game.
Good. Strong showing from Rush B in that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so let's go ahead and get our lobby link set up. We'll be getting this game going shortly. Match 2 will be played on Brax's Holdout. Let's get everybody in there. Why? So, let's see. So, Rush B picks up the victory in game 1. Let's go ahead and get their logos. My fault for missing that guy. There we go, getting everything set for game 2. Let's jump back into our lobby. Once again, map 2 will be played on Brax's Holdout. Let's get you on down into that role. So a drastically different map choice. Rush B and PsychoSwarm very content in the early game to soak. Once the variant came online, Rush B looking for the picks. Again, very successful in what they were looking to do. 1-0 already for Rush B. It's a lot of the new teams that I've been able to cast here in NGS have had a lot of success in week 1. Rush B did play a game earlier in the day. I'm not sure if that plays into a team's favor. You know, it takes away from your ability to scout, but sometimes you can feel in a rhythm. Siege, I don't know how you feel about that.
I kind of like having more than one match in a day because even if you did poorly, I feel like you're very warmed up and you're very acclimated to the pressure of the actual matches.
Right on.
I mean, yeah, you are right in that it does take away some time from strategizing and preparing for a specific team, perhaps. But I think just having those 2 games and having your mentality more focused on just leaving the past in the past and moving on to the next game is very important with the new team.
Agree. Shout out to Stark TV. Thank you for the follow, brother. Thank you to all the family. What are we up to? 47 followers. Oh, can we squeeze 3 more out? I hate to be a sellout. Give me that sub button.
Oh man, I gotta hit.
This is just as a quick note for anybody who's thinking about jumping into casting or is involved with NGS. I just became a main caster. Thank you to 7 Days especially. But you know, if you're trying to break into Twitch, if you feel like you got some skills, you want to, you know, make the move. See if you can get your own sub button going. The majority of my followers were picked up just in 1 week alone. There's a great community here with NGS. Everybody supports everybody else. You know, we're always looking to get co-casters into games and get them into the main caster role. I personally have had great conversations with a number of the other casters involved, and there's a lot of guys that push me into it, and more than willing to especially help out, you know, anybody who's looking to break in. I don't have all the OBS answers. I don't have all the Twitch answers, but everything has worked out great for me here with NGS. All right, let's see if everybody's ready. Everyone, let's throw up the R. So again, we'll be moving into Braxis holdout. Rush B, PsychoSwarm. Rush B looking to pick up the double-double here on Saturday. That first game, a shout out to T-Lane on the Varian. That's a tough hero. You know, everybody has different opinions on where Varian falls in the meta. It's player skill and the patience to taunt the right target, and he's always all in that game looking for Malthael, and Hanzo. Great job in that one. All right, everybody's ready for draft. Let's go ahead and get this one going. Braxis holdout. What are you looking for in this game?
I feel like
it's Braxis. Are you a fan of cheese? Are you a fan of, you know, maybe a different lane setup? What do you want to see in this one?
I'm a fan of, and this might be my probably much lower level gameplay here, but I'm a fan of early aggression, yeah, and trying to mix up the lanes a little bit, trying to confuse the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like on Braxis, there's a ton of potential for that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. Bunch of new heroes too. I actually like seeing the random sort of like 2-3 matchup, if you will. You know, you can throw two heroes with wave clear up top and just try to disrupt the lanes a little bit, especially with those last picks. They definitely have opportunity.
And if you get a strong enough 3, maybe they can hold the other 4 back long enough for your 2 lane to get into big advantage.
Definitely. Mr. Lard, Biosonic 42. Thank you guys. Much appreciated. Shout out. Here we go with draft. Rush B eliminating the Stukov with the first ban. PsychoSwarm hovering the Diablo ban, coming back at them. And the Lord of Terror is taken away. Phoenix and Maiev make it through here.
It'll be interesting to see which one's higher prioritized.
I feel like Maiev is a great pick into Phoenix, but Phoenix on his own just should be still, even with the nerfs, very strong on this map. But with it being Braxis, you have so many different sort of wave clear bots that you can run between Gul'dan and Phoenix. I just the one thing I don't want to see the misstep in maybe like an early Hanzo here. That would probably be the one source of concern, but 15 seconds left on Rush B's first pick.
Yeah, they're taking their time, but I feel like it's a very good idea. First pick is very important here. And the variant,
They're
once again.
going back with it. Okay, T-Lane, I see you.
Hey man, if it ain't broke,
Don't fix it. He'll have access to taunt at 4. We'd like to see a much bulkier sort of front line here. Hanzo, Junkrat, and Malfurion were all very easy targets for the Varian. And the Gul'dan is picked up.
for the wave clear. Looks good.
I would definitely back that up with a Garrosh right now. I don't want to see the Johanna.
And right on the money.
Good pick. The double wave clear, just a little bit of overkill. The other side does it. With Varian, you have no wave clear. With Garrosh and Varian having no wave clear, right now you're ahead. And you're just going to toss that tank around left and right. Good pivot there from PsychoSwarm. Cars and guitars. We choose ugly people. Listen, Smorks are people too. In fact, we're going to jump. Horde for life. Never forget. Even the worst parts of the Horde. The 2-3 here for Rush B. If they have the tendency to go with meta in the offlane, I'd like to certainly see them grab their offlaner here. Remember, they dipped into Alex Rouse in the first game. They may be willing to push support further down, given also that they did ban the Stukov, and they will have access to the Malfurion ban should they choose it.
Dahaka and Rag.
And we talked about unbalanced lane matchups. Dahaka Rag, is this going to turn into like a 1-3-3? Or 1-3-1, excuse me. 1-3-3, that would be cheating.
A 1-3-1 on a 2-lane map.
You can you can float a little bit if you've got enough wave clear on both sides. At the back half of this, you know, if you want to pick up something like say a Genji who can, you know, just jump over walls, you can sort of use Dahaka Burrow and Genji and then maybe a mobile support to sort of move around the map at will. It's a possibility.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's not completely unheard of, and I feel like if they are going to run something like that, Rag, Dahaka, very, very strong if that's what they're going to be running.
It's close. Again, it could have, you know, just a good bit of shift. Usually you want something like a Murden involved there, though. There's the Malfurion bin. So Lucio and Malf gone. The Malfurion bin was what I expected from Rush B, given that there is a Gul'dan. Even though Oriole is available, I'm not a big fan of her. Trying to think of what I'd like to see here. I'd like to. I want to say Blaze.
Blaze on the table. A couple of assassins like Phoenix and Maiev are still out there.
I'd like to see Blaze Maiev. I think you've got enough wave clear with Gul'dan. For me, the Blaze just being able to have the bunker into, you know, the taunt. Fatlock 333 was really good on the Dahaka getting tongue isolations. Okay. So their solo laner is going to be available. Does Maiev make it through this whole draft? I think so.
Do Maiev and Phoenix both make it through the whole draft?
Take the Phoenix, please. Rush B. Show us this new Protoss hero. It would fit very well.
It would actually be quite nice here.
I'm not sure what they want to do with their support.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, weirdly enough, I would have actually liked to see Uther out of Rush B.
They have solid.
I would have preferred to see it out of them rather than.
Yeah. They go with the Rhaegar.
All right, Rhaegar works.
And Jaina. Okay. I'll take the Dreadlord Jaina. Providing a great amount of burst. Can stress the Uther out as well. However, we'll check the level 7 talent on Uther, whether he wants to go into Cleanse or Guard of Ancient Kings.
How would you feel about Sonya here?
She's the best solo laner. I can't. How do you complain about a Sonya? She might wind up being a target, though, and that's where you got to watch the Uther. I personally, when I play Uther, I just like taking Cleanse. It's Alarak. Okay.
Wow, that is very aggressive.
It's aggressive, but it'll be in the off lane.
They want to kill things. Doesn't matter how, but they want to do it.
Mm. I think the Garrosh was a fantastic pickup at the top of the draft. Uther should be solid. Uther and Rhaegar will both struggle here with their respective mana issues. Keep an eye on the supports and see who does better with that. So we've got some different comps here. We're seeing heroes that are not super common. You see the Alarak. We see Uther on Braxis. Again, not too common. And then we have this Rag Dahaka variant front line.
And also something else I'd want to point out is the lack of Phoenix or Maiev, despite being
Made it all
free the entire draft.
Made it all the way through. Mm.
Very interesting. Maybe neither of the teams are too confident with that.
It was a nerf for sure on Phoenix. But I think he would have been safe on Rush B's side. I'm not going to argue too much with the Jaina because I think Jaina is tremendous into Uther. I would have liked to have seen the Maiev instead of the Greymane. And I think that might be the one question, but hey, no problem with the Greninja. So, as we enter game 2, Rush B up 1-0 on maps. So again, this is NGS C Div. Week 1 for PsychoSwarm. Cars and Guitars will be on the Garrosh. Cujo will be playing the Greymane. Cheese Sticks on the Gul'dan. I should have checked that one before I started. We'll be playing the Uther and Magic Walrus up here on the Alarak.
5, 4, 3, 2.
For Rush B, T-Lane not playing the variant. He'll be on the Ragnaros. IDK Shrubs, who was on the Tracer last game, will be jumping on the variant. So they just like variant. Great Poodoo will be playing the Jaina. Dominator on the Rhaegar. That puts Fatlock 333 on the Dahaka where he was last game. So a little bit of a role swap here.
The same 1-4s we're always used to seeing. Nothing insane coming out just yet.
Just a bit of spinning and dancing. Rush B showing some moves off. T-Lane the furthest ahead. I don't think he sees the Garrosh. There's the throw. Doesn't get the range. Couple of E's from Gul'dan.
A lot of damage coming onto that Greymane.
Trade's about even for both sides. Again, the one thing to really keep an eye on is going to be the mana battle in the early game between Dominator on the Rhaegar and then the Uther. Cheese Sticks picking up 3 quick stacks already with Gul'dan. Aggressive from Cars and Guitars. He's trying to find somebody there. Did he wait a little bit too long?
Stun goes the wrong way for Garrosh.
Taking a little time to get a little calibrated here early in this game. I like how he was patient there. He's waiting for that whole wave to go through. IDK Shrubs with the Varian jumping on the back line definitely changed up what Cars and Guitars wanted to do in that spot. But everything's just about even. Great 3-man stun. IDK Shrubs ready to jump onto the Greymane. Does he get out? Oh, and the Varian well body block. Dominator coming in with the puppy bite. Garrosh returns the stun favor, and these teams just trading cooldowns. Very close to getting kills. Level 4 is certainly going to change this equation. Keep an eye on IDK Shrubs. Again, this will be a taunt. It'll change these fights dramatically in that if they stay the same, he's going to be able to pick up kills. Rag getting thrown onto the back line. He's gone. A lot of damage on the IDK Shrubs on that variant. He will go down as well. 2 kills going over for PsychoSwarm as Cujo starts the chase with Greymane. First blood drawn. Bottom objective grabbed. Magic Walrus doing work here on top against the Dahaka. I like the decisiveness there. Pre-level 4 from PsychoSwarm. They grab 2 kills right before Varian is going to be able to pick his heroic.
Yeah, absolutely. Seeing them get those 2 kills early. Oh, man. With the Varian still not hitting 4.
And it traded a bunch of the Zerg wave out. As Rush B really bombed in hard trying to, pick up that good throw onto Dominator. And he just gets out. Low health bars on the side of PsychoSwarm. Rhaegar's going to have to go back in B. Level 4 coming online. For both of our teams. Looking pretty...
Taunt out.
Absolutely. Looking pretty standard. See, Rag going into the meatball at 4. Rhaegar with the totem to help out. Jaina build a little different. At level 4, we see frost armor. Varian gets...
Very worried about the auto attacks coming out from the Grave Lane.
And Kujo diving on the backline. He's going to get taunted, and he is gone. Great Poodoo getting out with about 100 health right now. Varian taking the damage and then ready to head on back in. Garrosh low at the back, as is Gul'dan. Is the Varian going to stay alive for long enough? He's probably got one more protect. He eats the throw, takes the Warbringer onto the Gul'dan. Can he trade the kill here? Dominator looking to get the puppy bite one more. No.
So close, but they'll get the beacon. They'll get what matters.
Big Zerg wave. Good clear from Gul'dan. We'll see Kujo coming in here as well. Greymane does not have great clear. We'll see how much pressure can be applied here as Dahaka and Alarak stay top. Varian will come in late. Keep an eye on the XP. Right now, it is even. PsychoSwarm, with their 3 kills, have a little bit of an XP lead, but the bigger Zerg wave is going to tilt this one, certainly in Rush B's favor.
Yeah, and really nice work out at Rush B, too. Even when they got caught for those 2 kills in the beginning, like, they were still able to focus objective really well. And you'll see them really diving in onto cars and guitars right over here.
Big throw on the Varian there, but the Zerg wave was pushed in far enough that that is not going to bother him. Kujo winds up taking the taunt. T-Lane trying to chase down with a Ragnaros. He's on the wrong side of the fort. Keep an eye on cars and guitars if he can get one more throw in here at low health. T-Lane just gets out. This fort will go down. Varian with the Lion's Maw to confirm that. Level 7 online for both teams. Standard stuff. Dahaka getting that extra bit on the drag. Uther goes with the cleanse. I like seeing that pick up there. They need to end fights very quickly. Cleanse is going to help aid that. Kill confirm. Maybe it'll help free up Kujo. It gives you more options with Divine Shield. The one issue I always have when you're running Uther, and again, what we anticipate will be D-Shield. When you're running Cleanse and D-Shield, how do you work your comms well enough with a Garrosh and with the Indomitable? That's going to be the key here for me heading into level 10.
Yeah, I think they might have some issues the first or second time they do it, but if you give them a couple of shots, I'm sure, I have faith in them that they'll really get it to work. And it's a lot of damage going in on Jaina.
I like what Cheese Sticks has done here with the Gul'dan. Just checking those stacks really quick. He's picked up 28 so far. There's the taunt going out onto Kujo on that Greymane. He winds up kiting back. The Varian is deep. The Blizzard is big. Cars and Guitars is 400 HP.
So much damage coming out from the Jaina there.
Great Poodoo not afraid to walk in, get his spells, and get his butt back out. There's been good peel. And as always with that Varian frontline, it's, especially with the way that the first game went, right now, PsychoSwarm's going to have to figure out how many resources they're willing to spend to confirm a kill. Because it's there. It's maybe going to wind up being a question of, can they turn it into a 2-for-1 rather than a 1-for-1? They've had low health bars for most of these team fights. It's just been a little tough to confirm those kills. Bruiser's picked up here. We said keep an eye on those sort of even XP bars. Rush B, despite getting the fort, still struggling a little bit here.
Drag from Dahaka around the top side, but he's going to be thrown into the entire enemy team. Stasis down.
He can dig. He gets the W to walk through minions there. Good job by Fatlock. He'll proc trait. A little bit of chase on the Garrosh. Not going to come to anything there. We're about a quarter of a level away from 10. Rush B channeling right now. Very small window here for PsychoSwarm. They're going to have one chance before this wave goes down. Keep an eye on Fatlock. Varian throw. Takes the cleanse from the Rhaegar and walks on out. Now 10's come online. Next engage should be an all-in from Rush B.
Echoed Corruption finished.
It's a good early pickup. 8 minutes in. Ancestral. We see Lava Wave. Isolation. Ring. Of course, Taunt already picked up. There's the grab on the Uther. Expect the Taunt follow-up. Uther is close.
Garrosh.
So he goes down. Uther Ghost will be able to keep the heal up, but the corruption from Gul'dan did a number. Cars and Guitars is going to be perma-slowed here. 200 health. Is that armor enough? The throw? Fatlock deep. Oh, great dig. Fatlock 33 on this to Hawkins. Does Dominator have a...
Might just go down to the
I
dot.
thought he had something. He did not. Wow. G-Sticks picking up a cheeky kill, if you will.
A cheesy kill.
Lava Wave bottom to clean up there. The drag comes out on the Alarak.
Another
Ooh.
nice drag.
I think Fatlock in both of these games, I haven't been counting the drags, but it's a darn high enough percentage. Looking for another one. Miss there. Cheese Sticks with the dodge. Is Rag...
Yeah, but just really,
is he gonna
really
core?
nice objective.
Ooh. Ring misses everybody. Molten Core not going to get a ton of value, but given that this objective is nearly over, in many ways, you know what? Sometimes just using your cooldowns because they're there is going to work. I don't mind that there. I'd like to see them commit, make sure they get rid of the entirety of this top keep wall, though. All 5 members are in place for Rush B. Oh, Varian in a big bit of trouble here. There's the first Protect. The Unstoppable, the Cleanse was used by Rhaegar. Safely away.
Nice getaway.
They've run Varian twice with 2 different players on it, and both times the peel for Varian has been there. That's been impressive to me. Usually when Varian is thrown or just gets stuck in, it's a case of him being there until he dies or everybody else does. And Rush B in both of these games has done a fantastic job of protecting the Protector. About a half level away from level 13 as Rush B begins to open up a 1-level lead. Painting the map red. Do you think we've got a boss play in us anywhere here?
I would say not quite yet, because I feel like there is still a lot of potential for, as you see Fatlock going in for the invade.
Takes the Ancestral.
Ancestral at 3-man Horrify.
But the Horrify is going in the wrong way. Dominator, though, is stuck on the Rhaegar. He gets back out. The ring.
Nice ring. Will hit 2 members.
Great play from Great Poodoo there. Low health bars. Fatlock trying to get the cheese sticks.
D-Shield goes out onto Garrosh.
A little bit of the defensive D-Shield.
Looks like he's going to be finished off anyway if
Nope.
Varian can just...
Ooh. Good bit of armor there. Yep. And meanwhile, 2 camps pushing into each other. Bot. Rush B with a camp top going. So they pick up 2 kills there. They're going to work the cleanup. Dominator going ahead grabbing a couple of walls. The corruptions have been fantastic, but they have not finished kills off.
Yeah, I feel like it's been really hard for Greymane and Alarak to actually finish some fights off. And that Horrify there was kind of in the wrong direction, sent a bunch of the front line into PsychoSwarm's back line. So that was a bit of an issue. You see a bit of a cheese play here.
Oh, just wait. Watch Alarak. Taunted. Blizzard was out. 1 kill confirmed.
Alarak's gone already.
Boss with a little bit of aggro. That corruption hurts. T-Lane taking a bit of damage. Fatlock. Oh, he missed that drag
so
by
close.
inches. I'd like to see Rush B go ahead and grab themselves a boss now with that pickup on Alarak. Looks like they're going to be okay settling for the objective, though.
Yeah, I mean, either way, Rush B has just a really nice advantage because Alarak is gone there.
I'm looking for them to get a little aggressive just because they're in such a power position. But I think that's the kind of thing where if you're a follower of Rush B, keep an eye on them being a little bit more aggressive later in the year. They've had great success on both of these maps. T-Lane in big trouble up on top. Uses the E to try to get out. But I think that's one of those things you can chart a team's progress. Are they getting more out of these advantages later? T-Lane gets all the way back.
And his entire team's there.
Yeah, a great into the fray by Cars and Guitars. Watch the Alarak silence. The ring comes out. It hits
A 4-man ring.
Oh! Great Poodoo. Great indeed. 2 kills picked up. D-Shield coming out on cheese sticks. I think Fatlock is going to track him down. Let's see if he gets the bush and then the tongue. Not quite enough.
Not quite.
Wow. 4-man ring.
Objective for sure, pushing in every lane.
But what we were getting back to just real quick, that was 13 talent tier advantage. Great Patience not forcing the boss. But again, it's about those small advantages. Later in the year, are they going for those more aggressive plays because they've had, again, success in the early parts? I can't knock anything that Rush B is doing here. You're just trying to see if maybe they can get a little bit more out of it. Lava Wave top. Big push coming. Dahaka gets thrown over the top. He's got full trait. Let's see if Rush B gets the wall down in time. Go for the throat use there. Corruption stacks.
But both sides will be pushed at the same time. There is a camp up top side and the giant Zerg Wave bot side as well as 4 members of Rush B.
This should be a keep. Variant Taunt goes down on a Cujo. Keep an eye on that keep. I do believe that Team Lane is looking to get Molten Core.
That keeps going down, but Molten Core is going to be popped
No one stopped
Variant's
it.
Taken very, very low.
Oh.
5-man stun is going to be landed.
Dominator chasing at the front. IDK Shrubs looking to get the slow.
He's so low, but he keeps re-engaging.
Oh, that's 80. Oh, and Dominator with the puppy
Actually
bite.
gets him.
He's been sharking for all of them. The ring comes out yet again onto the Alarak. Oh,
Unstoppable, but the Horrify is going to land on most of the team.
Aggressive.
3 members down. T-Lane's going to barely escape with his life.
aggressive play there from Rush B. It doesn't pay off in terms of the kills, but if we keep an eye on top, they've got plenty of pressure. They've got a win condition top. If they can go ahead and pick up this boss, they've got a win condition bot, certainly with the keep going down. Couple of kills picked up from PsychoSwarm. Good counter engage there.
Yeah, if I'm Swarm, I just,
Yep.
I go for the boss right here.
Good play. Uther in a bit of trouble. There's not a lot of damage here. Remember these? The boss on Braxis does more damage in the pit than it does in lane. Okay.
There's quite a lot of damage, but the front line does end up getting here. Yeah, and Rush B is just going to have to settle for those camps.
First part of the comeback completed by PsychoSwarm.
They've still got a long way to go.
They do. It's, when you're trying to do the math here on Braxis, so you're trying to figure out how many team fights is it going to take before PsychoSwarm is really able to end the game. One well-won team fight will probably secure them the objective, and probably a fort. They're going to need 2 to get past the keep. They're probably, because it's a 2-lane map, probably 3 big team fights away from winning. Let's see if they've maybe got eyes on one here. Stun onto Dahaka. No damage done. Greymane, meanwhile, is top. It's going to be tough to engage here with just 4 members. Cars and Guitars maybe looking for somebody he can throw. Good silence on the Rhaegar.
Not getting much done, though.
No. There's the throw into the variant. Remember, this is a 5v4.
Another giant ring.
Oh, boy. And the cheese sticks on the Gul'dan is stuck. Looks like IDK Shrubs is going to grip him. Horrify comes out. Uther split, though. Dominator again with the bite in. Down to 150.
Nice stun, but it won't be enough.
Pushed away. Rush B winds up getting the kill there. Fat in trouble. I believe he has trait. Oh.
There's just not enough follow-up until right now when the Greymane's going to be able to take down the Jane.
Double reset by Cujo. And the throw by Cars and Guitars on the Fatlock. Let's see if Cheese Sticks can pick up this kill.
A lot of damage and another finishing blow.
Okay, PsychoSwarm. I see you, boys. I see you. Cujo with a...
So they're doing
Go ahead.
really, really well in the re-engage fights.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Cujo picked up 2 kills on the reset with Go for the Throat there. And now the death timers are in the advantage of PsychoSwarm. So we talked about they got to win a couple of team fights. That's 1. Let's see if they can turn it into an objective here. IDK thinking about it.
None of the camps on Rush B's side really coming up soon, but since there are 4 here, I would just try and force a fight if you can.
You know, if they realize that they just have to win X number of team fights, find somebody. They're looking top here.
Yeah, Dahaka's still down for 3. He will be able to burrow here, I'm sure, but...
Safety with the fort
Alarak
behind.
Greymane a little bit isolated, though.
There's the rip onto the variant. He's going in for the taunt. There is another big ring coming out. Dominator.
Another nice circle.
Dominator trying to avoid. It looks like he'll go down to Cujo, but he does manage to get the Ancestral off here. Team Lane looking to get the chase on. So Cujo does get the kill.
Cujo's gonna get finished
Trade. Good trade. Fatlock digging underground there, preventing Cujo from getting the double kill yet again.
Blue team's core.
off. And Cannon's on core.
That's a double cattle wave. All right, Walrus will get here before it turns into 3.
If he's not careful, though, they might kill him.
Shout out to Great Pudo. Every one of these rings has probably hit, what, a minimum of 3 people? I think that one, you know, really just, again, kill secure. That one might have been lighter, if you will. But still a good play. Is Jaina's...
I mean, he's been going going off
Yeah.
on this Jaina.
Great follow for Rush B in both games on the taunt. Blizzard in the second game, remember we had Li Ming just stepping up to get Disintegrate in the first. Dahaka burrowing top to get this one. Remember, Greymane is late to this fight.
Psycho probably looking to force something here, though.
A level and a half before 20 for Rush B. They're not going to be able to dance around long enough to get the 20 advantage, but they do have top objective right now. Walrus is out of...
The entire team's here versus Greymane still clearing things.
IDK Shrubs has forced the throw onto him, but now it hits the Ragnaros.
Oh, but T-Lane's post.
Uther stun is going to confirm, but the Uther is a little bit deep here. He lives through the taunt. IDK looking to try to get a kill.
You're just diving into the back line.
Cujo again, aggressive. He's got the invulnerable. He finds one kill.
Does he have the damage?
There's the reset. Does he find Pudu?
Yes, he does. That's going to be the entire team wiped. A double for Alarak, a double for Greymane. Boss in their sights. Objective down.
The comeback is creeping in here.
And that was very, very patient by Psycho, that entire fight.
So PsychoSwarm...
T-Lane tried to make something happen.
Yeah, PsychoSwarm's going to have to keep one member back to deal with the push. I mean, that's a 78% Zerg wave on Rush B's side. It's going to be really tough for them to snowball all the way. I actually think they have to keep the Gul'dan back.
Yeah, I feel like they definitely have to keep Gul'dan.
Yeah.
And because bottom side is always pushing.
Their way to end this game is going to be kills. So their Zerg wave will be pushed against top.
Well, this boss will surely do a little bit more than before.
This is probably game one way or the other. Ow, boss is actually going to get aggroed by the Zerg wave.
Very interesting. You don't see that often.
A little bit of help. There's the lava wave. This is going to be 2 Katas. Bottom lane.
Just the classic Ragnaros.
I think PsychoSwarm is just going to have to try to end here. This is 80% on the boss. Molten Core gets popped. You can live through this.
Molten Core gets popped a little bit early, I'd say.
There's the taunt going out onto the Alarak. Alarak then gets dragged and stunned. Oh. Does he live through this? Magic Walrus.
Varian gets traded instead.
Wow. So Alarak right there lived through taunt, drag, and the rag stun, and then winds up using his own telekinesis to back out. Magic Walrus, I see you, buddy. Great play. And PsychoSwarm, we said it. They might have to end the game here. Are they going to be able to?
They might actually be able to do it.
They have keep advantage and 20 advantage. They got to go.
And they have a person up. This is it. This is go big or go home.
It's 28 seconds on Varian. Cars and Guitars is going to be... Yep, there's the Indomitable.
Back into the team.
Nobody hit by the Ring of Frost. Oh, Alarak goes in with the deadly charge. Eats the silence.
I think the damage is just too
wow.
much. They aren't going to be able to stop the Greymane.
Wow. PsychoSwarm.
Out of nowhere.
Wow. You know what? We saved my favorite game of the day for dead last. PsychoSwarm goes in and completes the comeback. You know, we talked about it. They had one opportunity here to go ahead and finish this off, and they did. We got to go ahead and fix the name of it there. Let's get the right Coke-Guester in there while we're having a little bit of a talk. I wasn't sure they could pull it off.
I wasn't sure either, but look, if you'll just take a moment to appreciate that damage to heroes number coming out of that Gul'dan.
Sorry, we jumped away here. G-Sticks wound up with 104,000 hero damage. Next highest was Great Pudu on his Jaina with 65k. Maxazillion, thank you for the follow, brother. Much appreciated. Let's go ahead and see if we can join up in the lobby link. Yeah, that game turned very quickly, and I wasn't sure if the split push was going to work, but given the 4 frontline heroes, it proved difficult for Rush B to go ahead and get that clear. Very, very impressive comeback. Let's see if we can go ahead. Pull ourselves in a little bit of an interview.
Yeah, Psycho just were very opportunistic there for that comeback win.
We'll see if we can start off with Cheese Sticks. We'll go ahead and queue up Dominator as well. He may be offline right now. see if we can get these captains on in here. G-Sticks.
Hi, this is Magic Walrus.
Magic, really?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna talk to you specifically in a couple of minutes because some plays. Talk to us about the first game.
Well,
Cursed, look a little difficult. Is that a map that you guys were maybe not prepared for? I mean, walk us through that first game there.
really, I think the main thing was we only had one warm-up game today. We were busy most of the time, and that was our warm-up game, really.
Okay. Ooh. Hi to the people in the background. What's good?
Yeah, it's pretty much the full team.
Right on. So, listen, you guys are new to NGS here. Tell us about your team. Where are you guys coming from before we get into game 2?
We're coming out of Tempe, Arizona.
All right.
And most of us just started playing MOBAs for the first time about 6 months ago.
Cool. And how'd you guys come across NGS? What brought you guys here?
We were just looking for a little higher competition.
Mhm.
And my brother, our captain Cheese Sticks, saw you guys and signed us up.
Right on, man. Well, listen, we definitely want to welcome you guys to the league. Second game, Rush B comes at you with the same sort of combo. They're based around the variant.
Mm-hmm.
Losing early and losing hard.
Yeah, that's true.
So what's going on through that comeback? Because we see a couple things. You guys get a couple of really good kills. You pick up the boss. Talk us through, and the 2 points that I want to hit on, your decision to push top against the Zerg wave, and then for you on a personal note, how the hell did you get out of taunt, drag, rag stun?
Well, Alarex got unstoppable. He's got self-healing. I doubled down on the self-healing at level 1. And, I was really feeling my telekinesis getaways that game.
That was well played, man. But again, talk to us on the comms on that comeback. You guys confident? Did you know that, you probably had to all in there?
Yeah, we felt on the final push to go with boss, we had a full health boss. We just pushed down the top keep. And, we felt our best chance was to not waste any time by going with the Zerg wave and just, push with the boss all the way.
Right on. Siege, your questions for this fine young gentleman.
Yeah, since I came in a little bit late, I just wanted to ask, what was the mentality like throughout this series?
I don't know. We were, we were a little down at first, but then we got the opportunity for a comeback, and we were all feeling pretty good after that, and everything just fell into place then.
Right on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like you guys took really good advantage of whatever circumstances you may have been placed in, and very nice rebound from last game to this one.
Yeah, well, we didn't think we were going to get many more opportunities, so we wanted to capitalize on everything we had.
Right on.
All right. The floor is yours right now if you want to go ahead and throw some shout-outs.
What was that? Discord made a noise.
The floor is yours if you want to go ahead and throw some shout-outs there.
Oh, for sure. Garrosh definitely saved the game a few times with some really nice tosses and stuns. It allowed us to, swing the team fight to our advantage a few times.
Right on.
That's actually our buddy, John.
All right. And so, first week, you get 2 draws. How do you, but you feeling good about this season? Where do you think PsychoSwarm's going to wind up?
I believe we're going to wind up in at least the top half. Everything's going to slowly start falling together. We get the yips occasionally on the first game and then pull it together afterwards.
Oh, keep building off that second game. That was a really good comeback.
All right, thank you.
All right, good luck going forward.
All right, bye.
And we do have Dominator here from Rush B as well.
Oops. Hello.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hi, we're doing well.
All right. We're going to go, actually, we're going to work a little backwards. Talk to us with the second game. You guys had a really steady advantage, went with the same sort of comp you did in the first, but got away from you at the end there with that snowball late game.
Yeah, it was a bit of a struggle. We were kind of rolling off our win in the first match, and we were feeling really confident. We played a strong early game, but it kind of got away from us in the middle. We got a little greedy, went for some team fights that we didn't necessarily need to take, and we just couldn't get back to our momentum that we had early. And unfortunately, the other team was just able to kind of steamroll over us in the second half.
You guys used Varian with a mage, twice, and with actually two different players. Is Varian something you felt like is good right now? Something you guys have been working on. What's going on with that taunt combo, because it had very strong efficacy in both games.
It's something that we've been kind of practicing recently. We haven't had a whole lot of experience, so we're still kind of, going through some teething issues with it. But I think it's a really strong combination with any mage, really. It's a lockdown stun plus a whole bunch of damage, so you can basically delete one person with it. We're hoping to get a little bit more practice in with it, and hopefully we can perfect it.
First game, I just, on Cursed Hollow, I had to commend you guys. Once you picked up the advantage, you really lived on the enemy side of the map. Very good macro work. Talk to us about the comms in that game, because it seemed very fluid. It seemed like you guys had great communication.
Yeah, that's definitely one of our strong maps. We love that map. I think it's, something that each and every one of our team members is really proficient on. Usually I do all of the macro calling, and we'll have whoever's playing the tank get that game. I believe it was IDK Shrubs who was playing Varian.
Yes, yeah, in the first game, absolutely.
So, yeah, he was doing all of the shot calling for picks in the middle of team fights. And it works well, having two shot callers like that, one for team fights and one for macro play.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Siege, you got some questions for him?
Not much to ask here, except, at first when we saw the Dahaka and the Rag being picked up, we thought it would be more of like a roam-oriented team where you leave Rag in the solo, where you leave Rag or Dahaka in the solo lane. You kind of just, you go 1-3-1, you set one apiece in each lane, you kind of just roam three in between there. And about the draft, like Maev and Phoenix both made it through all the way there. And thoughts about that, perhaps?
When we picked up Varian, or Dahaka and Ragnaros, we mostly prioritize wave clear, and the Dahaka is able to go between lanes, which is really helpful in a pinch. It helps with soaking up a little bit more XP than the enemy team. In regards to our lack of bans for the two OP heroes, as the HOTS community has proclaimed them, honestly, they don't seem too scary for us. We can handle them pretty well, and if the enemy team wants to pick them up, then, we'd love to capitalize on that.
Okay, right on. And, the floor is yours. I just, give us some shout-outs, but also, I just want to hear about, today's, how you felt like today went. This is your first time in NGS. I'm not sure if any of you guys have played here before, so talk to us about your team, and just talk to us about really what is your first day. You guys had the double.
Yeah, it was one hell of a day, that's for sure. We started off at 9 in the morning, and we're ending over here 8 o'clock in the evening. I think it was a good learning experience for all of us. None of us had played in NGS before, so we were kind of just getting our first feelers out and figuring out where we sit in the player or the team pool that we're playing in with Division C. Shout outs to number one, our sixth man who wasn't able to make it tonight. He's usually our healer main, and I think he's tuning into this stream right now. So props to you. Thanks to all of my team members. I know they put in a lot of work practicing and getting prepared for this, and I really appreciate it. And then thanks to all of our supporters out there. I know we have family members watching, so thanks for tuning in.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Yeah.
But, hey, and you got 2 games in today. Probably got a pretty good feel on your team. Where do you think Rush B is going to square up here in NGSC Div?
After today, with a really strong showing, I hope to at least make it into the top 4 and, push through to the finals to see how far we can really get.
All right. Best of luck. We'll look forward to see if we can catch some more Rush B games later in the season. I always like coming back and seeing the progress that teams put in. You guys, even though it was a draw today, you won 3 out of 4 maps on your first day. It's a positive sign going forward, and definitely looking for you guys to improve throughout the season.
Awesome. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure having you, Cass.
Thank you. All right, Siege. That is going to do it for us. I want to thank you especially for helping me out my first triple header. And again, I don't mean to get lovey-dovey, but a shout out to Twitch chat. Picked up affiliate. That was the goal for the day. Hitting those 50 followers, and all of the credit sincerely goes to NGS. I would not be here if it was not for them, especially the mod staff. You guys are You guys are the best. You definitely make me want to do this for the upcoming seasons going forward. I want to shout out to you guys. Siege, thoughts?
Nothing much. I'm very glad to have been here even for just half the match, and I hope maybe I'll be able to come back sometime.
No problem, man. I appreciate having you guys here. All the co-caster family is a big one here at NGS, but you guys are always available and always welcome. All right.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for having
No
me.
problem. That's going to do it for me today. Yet to really book my schedule for next week. For those of you still listening, I'm usually a sort of Wednesday, Friday kind of guy, working around the regen schedule. We'll be back next week. Keep an eye out. Throw me the follow. I'll be sure to make all of my events up to date and let everybody know when we're coming back with a cast. But again, a big thank you to everyone out there, especially for a day like today, hitting that affiliate, hitting that triple header. And the best of luck, and we'll see you next time here at NGS.